The mighty Baba Voss, a fearless warrior in a world without sight.
Alfre, you have a long and successful career on TV and cinema, and I want to know, how does your experience connect with the series? In what ways do you think it connects? And how does it match with the rest of the cast?
Well, it's interesting because I'm probably the most senior person. I am the most senior person in the staff. I think the next person down might be Jason and Christian, and I think of them as babies, and they're in their early 40s probably. And down to Eden and Archie and Nesta. So I'm kind of, I am that person that cooks a lot,
Yeah.
and back before COVID, we would gather and eat out of my pots at least once a week. And that was taken away from us. But just like the Baba Voss extended family, working on See, we really had to tribe up in a way immediately to get the work done that we needed. And so we, frankly, as actors, we do that anyway, but we lived that out a lot. And I think it fed into our ability to make a believable history among the characters. But I think the thing about creatives, especially actors, is whether you're 8 or 80, you're really colleagues. You're the same age. One has just been doing it longer, but you give everybody the weight. I worked, well, my Lord, we worked that first season with 2 babies that were 2 weeks old. And it was very deep that you knew you were touching a child when so much matters in those first few months and years. All the way we had little kids, all the way up until I'm the granny, but I went out and partied with the 20-somethings whenever there was, space to party before COVID.
Okay, and Alfred, in what ways do you think the series managed to connect with the audience in this second season?
The second season, I think there's even more for different tastes. Even more tastes will be satisfied, I think, watching this season. There's a lot of action. There is so much action that the first couple of episodes, I was squinting because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I kept shouting out loud watching it. And then there's there's some romantic scenes, and there's some torrid, just outright sex scenes, and there's discovery, people discovering things about themselves, characters making discoveries on camera. I would say anybody that all your different types of friends and family, there will be episodes that they really lock into.
And Alfred, See is a series that has fascinated everyone by the apocalyptic theme. So, in what ways do you think See adapts the future that we are probably approaching? I mean, we don't know yet, but it can.
Well, yes, it does feel like we are fast approaching. It doesn't seem far off. At first, when we talked about it, a virus sweeps the earth because we haven't been good stewards of the earth, and we haven't been good in fellowship with each other. But then COVID came, and you'd think, oh, that is something that really showed us that we're all in this together. And no matter where we are in the world, we have the same value.
Yeah.
And as soon as you would hope that would be the outcome. But right now, it has happened in a lot of areas, but we also see that it's made some people feel like they need to grab hold of whatever the saving grace is, or what's going to save them, and they're not thinking about the rest of the world. So what it reminds us is that it's a day-to-day struggle. Individually, you get to decide each moment whether you're putting out some fellowship in the world, or whether you're being selfish and hoarding.
Beautiful answer. Thank you so much, Alfred. And for the last, in a few words, for all the people in Latin America, Could you describe what C represents to you?
What C represents?
Yeah.
I think C represents a chance to start over. And the truth is, we get to start over every morning. It's not a slate wiped clean the way, having a cataclysmic event on Earth, but we get to start over every morning, a clean slate. And whatever you've done, you ask the universe and the person you perpetrated on, ask for forgiveness. And you keep just trying to be better day by day.
Welcome home, Baba.